hustle for my paper, pray for money for my pocket. Every day we dey work hard, build a house for my mother. I want to wear them shoes, Tommy Gucci and the Prada. I see they get control, make you not forget your brother. As we they go higher, we never go down. Take one bottle from my head, yeah, G&E. We know they ever look back, yeah, call your name. Obiba money mio, money mio, money mio, money mio. Obiba money mio, money jamenu. So, Obiba money mio, money mio, money mio, money mio. Obiba money mio, money jamena. Say what? Obiba money mio, money mio, money mio, money mio. Obiba money mio, money jamenu. Hola, yeah,
Wine can I maka Kailua? Yeah, number demo your control. Yeah, wine can I taka Kailua? Yeah, easy my remote to the control.
Can you remember say my mewa? No use this your love away me wa. Girl I'm feeling you. Can you remember say my mewa? No use this your love away me wa.
I can't talk there. In a bally meeting, team na bahalia. Maybe me for bonus like a bayawa. Your features a mega oman and na hala. Or na hawa, as someone mama. I can get us a leper little puka agama. You can maybe go different call again pack a qua. Or but a film, no nature tagging at a qua. Man, I'm water qua. Sometimes in nature. How the very good day, we will love him pepe. Never loved another like a king one baby to us. We tell the fan and one if an SS. Come on, I get a list. And I want Kanamaka, Kailua. Nemu your number, nemu your control. Wine can I talk Kailua? Easy my remote to the control.
Can you remember say my mewa? No use this your love away me wa. Girl I'm feeling you. Can you remember say my mewa? No use this your love away me wa. Yeah, let your body go banana. Can me for the banana? I'm feeling you ta. And real life. Say your body go banana. Buy it for me banana. I'm feeling you ta.
Wow.
And real life.
Yeah, tell me your secrets, I won't tell. If you bunu kuna come bed, on I able to mafula can maybe don't bed. She might make your hair swear. One will know I can call him behind me, not give a call him, must on the phone. And you anyway, me mom intend to go to turn him. You can fit in my body, my money, and the sun move. So give body love him. I promise you, baby, I want to keep out. You got my king when you do your life. The Tony Monka, someone I'm gonna give you till I can't. Emana one can I maka Kailua. Nemu your number, nemu your control. Wine can I taka Kailua? Easy my remote to the control.
Can you remember say my mewa?
I'm gonna try say one.
No use this your love away me wa. Girl I'm feeling you. Can you remember say my mewa? No use this your love away me wa. Yeah, everybody go banana. Can me for the banana? I'm feeling you ta. And real life. Say everybody go banana. Buy it for me banana. I'm feeling you ta. And real life.
Every woman know you my on you. When love be touch you know say I can't deny you. You my struggle. You always on top why am I?
No use this your love away me wa. Yeah, my baby. My mewa. No
This is Aloore Radio, the voice of all your state.
I can't believe my eyes. Oh no, I can't believe my eyes. Back in the day when I was nobody. Back in the day when there was no money. Poverty day and it was not funny. For visiting day, nobody come for me. But I thank my papa. And I thank my mama. Them they walk and pray on top say it no easy, brother. He been pay me gaga. Story, oh.
Good morning. Welcome once again to my Cake Story Niger. This is Aloore Radio, transmitting from GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. You are welcome again on today's show. My name is Tolulope Adetunji, and I have my guest in house, and I'll be bringing her up shortly. Please share with your people. You can join us on Facebook, Instagram at My Cake Story Niger, Facebook at Aloore Radio, YouTube Aloore Radio. Yeah. So, welcome Lolade.
Yes.
Welcome on the show this morning. So, please introduce yourself to our audience.
My name is Daramola Ololade for Ololade's Confectionaries. The business name is Ololade's Confectionaries. And my business is into cakes and snacks production. We deliver to any states in the country, and it's good to be here. I'm so happy to be in the studio this morning.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Wow. So you deliver across Nigeria?
Yes, ma.
Wow, that's huge.
Yes,
you mean
ma.
cakes like decorated cakes?
Yes.
Really?
Cakes and snacks.
I'm coming to learn from you because I always have this fear of selling cakes, decorated cakes via public transport.
The fear is there, but we need to.
Wow, you have liver.
Well, basically, it's just fondant cake, so I can't deliver
buttercream.
Buttercream.
Okay.
I have someone that is going with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my fear too.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Welcome Lolade.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's good to have you on the show and good to see you again after so long. Yeah, so I met Lolade some years back. She just showed up there's this outreach that I do alongside some other bakers. So she just showed up and said she saw it somewhere online,
Yeah,
and then she just showed up and said like I saw it on someone's page and I wanted to be a part of it, and thank you very much for your presence at the time.
You're
and
welcome.
for staying in touch over the years. So yeah, so I want to ask you a question. Like, what did you study in school? How did that lead you into baking?
Okay, I studied agricultural extension and management.
Okay.
While I was in school, but during my IT period, I had to do my industrial training in an institute rather, IT. So it was during the IT that I had some knowledge of akara chips. So during the training, I was like, I don't need this. But before then, I don't have any handy work that I'm doing. So going for the training and seeing these products, I didn't even put it in mind that I'll be doing this later. But I just had the knowledge somewhere that, okay, let me just have it for having sake. So when I got back to school for my HND, I was like, some people were like, why can't I do this? Because I do tell some people, I do it, I take it to hostel, but I don't sell like that. So I had some challenges that some people challenged me that why not produce this thing and sell. So I took it up and I started selling.
Wow.
And from there I started Lolade's Confectionaries.
Wow.
From there
I really love the akara chips thing. Maybe because I studied food science, so I know what that is, like what you're doing with that, and I'll still allow you, talk more on it later on, like how you are, bringing value to cassava beyond what everybody knows, beyond the gari, fufu, starch and all, because you make your akara chip from cassava flour. That is awesome. Now look at how your agricultural knowledge has extended into your business as a baker. That is really, and then there's also this thing of not knowing the importance of something we have. At the time, like you mentioned, like you didn't really pay attention to it like that. I just got the knowledge and you were like, oh, I thought it's a you know, like that. But now it's something that is generating income for you. And I've seen you put up posts about training people, so you've also empowered people through that knowledge that you got from IT. Wow, that's really beautiful. I remember back then in school when we were to go for IT, some of our lecturers, you know, encouraged us to not be after the money, or you know, to not look for IT placement based on money, but we should be more focused on the experience that we could get. And I'm happy that IITA gave you that opportunity, like to learn something that has empowered you, and you're also empowering others. Wow, kudos to you, well done. Okay, so back to baking. Let's leave akara chips for now. So how did you start baking? How did your baking journey start?
Okay, so like I said, I had akara chips knowledge before. So I was like, I cannot just be doing akara chips for business sake alone. So when I got back to school, I had to think of another thing that I could add to this only akara chips. What can go along with it? What can I add together to bring up the business? So I thought of cakes and snacks, like wheat flour, because I don't have knowledge of anything wheat flour before. So I had to think of adding wheat snacks and cakes generally to it. So there was a student in school then. She does cakes, she does snacks, and I was like, why not train with her? So I started my background training with her. Whenever she has order to make, I join. I learn from there. And initially, from secondary school days, my mom do get me this baking
cookery books.
Cookery books that they do sell, maybe 100 naira.
Shout out to your mom and then to my dad for getting those books.
Wow. So I just kept those books there, like, well, let me just like to know about cooking and all that. It's something that it's necessary. So I just kept them somewhere. But when I started the training, I was like, okay, let me go through these books, and I got some knowledge from there too. And when I told her that I would be doing, because I'm in school, and some parents don't like it when you're in school and you're training. So I told her that I would be learning from someone in school, and she said, okay, that was good. And from then she got me baking things. She got me baking things. She got me another book, because she added a new book to that one. I could remember very well. Like, she sent it to school then, maybe with my akara chips product, because she produced for me sometimes. So she dropped the book in the bag too. I checked the book, but my baking thing and all that, so then she left it at home. So I was like, this is encouraging.
Like, it's really amazing to have good support. Like whatever it is that I want you to do it, and especially from your immediate circle, your parents, siblings, there's this thing it does to you. Like it hits differently when people that are close to you like see value in what you're pursuing, and then give you their full support. Like our stories are similar, and you know, my dad used to get those cookery books that they sold at bus stops then. And the funny thing is, those books, the recipes were never complete.
Yes.
The recipes were never complete, so you would have gotten into the middle of what you were doing. So where did this one go? Like, where will I add salt, or where will I add this? And then you hang, and then the outcome is something else. But then the experience, the joy that I even tried and it gave me something, was what kept me going. So like, kudos to mommy. Thank you, mommy, if you are watching this. And I believe that has also helped you to support others, you know, to be that voice of encouragement to other people, because you got it. Like, you can't give what you don't have. And usually people that have experienced support, it's easier for them to also support other people. That's amazing. So you learned from a student like you back then in school. Was it a paid training or free?
No, I was supposed to pay. I think I paid parts.
Okay.
I think I can't remember the amount then.
Okay.
But I paid.
But was it paid?
Yeah.
Was it paid? So
yeah, she actually subsidized it for
the
me.
training
Yes.
for you. So
She didn't
the reason why I asked that is this: like, when you get empowered with a skill, you can teach others and earn income from it, even as a student.
Yeah.
And that way, like, it's not everybody that has the financial, like, it's not every family that has that financial, you know, ability like that. So when you have a skill, you are also kind of lessening the burden on your parents. You can sort some other things from whatever income you earn as a student. Although I know that not everybody can combine business and schooling
Together.
effectively, but it can be done
Yeah.
if one puts one's mind to it. So that was why I asked her that, was it a paid? So she subsidized it, but she at least got something, and then she was baking for others as well,
Yeah.
earning income while she was a student. I think it boils down to proper planning. You plan your time, because I also sold cupcakes while in school, so there was a way I planned it, you know, and it worked. And so all those handouts, photocopy money, I wasn't asking from home. And at the time, my younger brother was also in school with me, so at least we had that little income to do some things without calling home. Yeah, so it's a good one for aspiring bakers out there, that are students. Like, if you can plan your time, it's something you can actually do. Yeah. So, like, I want to ask you this question: like, no matter how good, how awesome we are, or we think we are, our job is, one way or the other, we've come across dissatisfied customers, maybe for whatever reason. So how were you able to manage the situation, you know, when you had this dissatisfied client? Or you've had numerous?
No, just
Okay,
like I can remember one.
Okay, so how were you able to manage the situation? Were you able to keep the relationship, or did it end with that experience?
Nah, I was able to convince the person and apologize.
Okay.
Because even I wasn't the one at fault, but I had to apologize and tell her that I'm sorry for anything that I've caused you, and she was okay with it.
She was agreeable.
Yeah.
And did she keep patronizing you after then?
No.
Okay. Did you reach out after that, like, just to, you know, check in and just ask, like?
It was actually a cake.
Okay.
So saying it, the person was not happy with the cake, how it looks like. And I'm someone that, if I want to do cake for you, I would ask, what are the things that you want me to put? What do you want? Is it chocolate drips? How do you want it?
Okay.
I really want to know how you want it, so that I would be able to do it for you like that. Because I like to satisfy people. Okay. So the person was like, okay, remove flowers, don't put. I think she sent sample to me, but she said I should remove the flour, I should remove so thing from it, and I should do it
just plain.
Yeah. And so I did it plain like that, and on getting to our place, I was like, this is your cake that you ordered. And she was like, Kini, what is all this? No, I don't like it. I was like, excuse me, ma, this is what you asked for. She was like, no, you don't have drip, you don't have chocolate. I was like, I'm sorry, ma, you asked me to remove this, you asked me to remove this, so this is why I'm giving you what you asked for. I said, I don't have drip. I was like, and I had drip in shop. What will it take me to put chocolate drip? It's nothing. But you said you were the one that stated things that you wanted and things that you don't want on the cake.
Okay, was the conversation via chat or
no,
call? Physical. Like, let me just say this for the benefit of people that are watching. Like, always document your order process, especially for those who don't have websites and all of those things yet. Document it and then forward it to the client. Is this what you want? Do you understand? Because sometimes people get carried away. It's possible the person was distracted at the time she was responding to you, or maybe something changed along the line, or she didn't, you know, envision that it would be plain like that. You understand? And you were there trying to satisfy the customer. I'm sure when you were making the this cake is too plain, but they said we should not have anything. So I get it, but see, the best thing is to just document. In fact, it's best to have chat conversations, but even if it is call, now go and do a chat, listing what the customer had said, and say, is this what we agreed on? Do you understand? Like it will save both parties unnecessary stress and all of that and hair. So and if there's anything the client needs to correct, they'll be able to catch it and correct it. Yeah. So that works. Very
eventually
important.
she liked the cake when she tasted
It. Yeah. I'm happy that you had a happy ending. But then, how long ago was this?
I think that was last year.
Okay.
Early last year.
Okay. I would say that maybe you can reach out again to her. Maybe if you have an offer, or if she's on your broadcast list. Like, don't just let the person go like that.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. So I want to paint a scenario to you now. Like you have a shop and people can walk in. Somebody just comes in and says, my baker disappointed me for so reason and I need the cake tomorrow. Maybe an event planner or something that they already finalized the something. Like, have you experienced that before?
Urgent
cake that they need for the next day. Like it wasn't. Do you understand? And it's not a simple design. Something complex.
I've experienced the simple design for the next day before.
Okay, but if it was a complex design, like, and somebody comes to you and you're like, and now let me add butter to the bread. Maybe somebody that you owed in high esteem. Maybe the person, maybe you were not available before to do the job or something. And then the person now came to you and said, can you just save us? Or somebody read out to the person, do you have someone that can save us? So the person we told to do the cake from Lagos, the person said so and we are coming to Ibadan, we're supposed to bring the cake along now. It's not, can you? So how will you handle such a situation? Will you take it or you say no?
I would have to do my calculations and exam and check through if I can make it, because I don't like disappointing.
Okay.
If I can, I'll tell the person that okay, if the cake is needed by 12 o'clock and I know I cannot meet up by 12, I'll tell her that can you get it by 2?
Okay.
If she says she's okay with that, then we are good to go. But if I can't do it like that, and if I can't meet up with the time, I'll have to cancel the order.
Yeah. So because I've read different stories like that, like both Western bakers, and it happens. Like an emergency comes up.
Yeah.
In fact, I've even seen one baker talk about someone got a cake and the cake was not good, and the person was like, I can't present this cake to my child. I need a baker that can do something for me quickly. And so the person had to take. Now for me, like you said, if you're a one-man army, you have to think about it very well so that it will not end up being double disappointment. And then the person also will be ready to adjust by whatever terms you're able to come up with for it to work like that. So, and then some people is the money that they are after, forgetting that
they can't meet up.
They can't meet up, and then they just take it and not factoring delivery time, getting someone to even deliver. Thank God for both now. I think it's easier now delivering orders. Unlike a few years back in Ibadan here, that if you don't get someone to deliver and you don't have a car, you are in soup. You are in soup. But thank God that things are getting better in Ibadan right now. Yeah. So like when you go out of Ibadan, like, have you ever had that vibe of you're from Ibadan baker? Have you ever had that experience? There's a way people look down on Ibadan. You've not experienced it before?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Like there's been this, I don't know how to put it now. Like when people talk about Ibadan, they talk about Ibadan like Ibadan people are slow, Ibadan people don't have taste, and all of those things. And then when they see your Ibadan people, like you are somebody living and working in Ibadan, so there's this preconceived notion that a lot of people have about Ibadan, especially Lagos people. So there's this preconceived notion they have. And then when they now say the product is from Ibadan, it might not necessarily be you. You say, hey, really? It's nice, so it's from Ibadan. Okay. And like, what do you mean? Have you had that experience before? Okay, so how did you handle it?
No, I thought that it's from Ibadan, because some people will ask that, are you in Lagos? Is this a Lagos product? I told them no, it's Ibadan, and they are okay with it.
Thank you for putting Ibadan in good light, because that thing is like, it's a big, not just like different across different sectors. I've heard people share their experience, like maybe a decorator, and then they say, oh, if the person is from Ibadan. No, I'm like, what do you mean? What do you take us for? If the fact that we're in Ibadan.
So maybe a local people.
Yeah, and I always think if something is good or excellent, is Lagos. But it's not so. Please, it's not so. Ibadan people, we are amazing people, and we do amazing. We do amazing work. Yeah. So thank you so much for putting Ibadan in good lights. That's really commendable. Yeah. So like I wanted to talk about your. I love what you are doing with cassava flour.
Yeah. And rice flour.
Also. Like that's a recent addition, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you've worked over the years with cassava flour, you know, value added products from cassava. So can you just briefly talk about let's have some of the items. Okay, this is the chips, Abby.
Yes.
Okay, this is
This
rice
is from cassava.
This is
flour.
cassava. This is akara chips from cassava.
Chips.
This is akara chips from cassava. And she does amazing work. In fact, one of my friends has trained from her before. So Lolade, please share with the people. Tell us about it.
Okay, so this is akara chips. It is made from cassava flour and beans. It's a snack that you can eat on its own. You can consume with pap or gari, anyhow you want it.
Wow.
It's very nutritious.
Wow.
It's like you are getting your protein and it's even a no sugar snacks.
Wow.
There's no sugar there, so it can be consumed by adults, by aged people, and even the kids. They can consume it. It's for anybody, any age.
Wow. This is really
And this
nice.
is also product from rice flour. It's like akara chips, but it's called rice cocktail beets. It's a beet from rice flour. It's also made from rice flour and beans. Also, no sugar products.
Wow, this is really nice.
Yes.
Okay, and then you
This
also have
is
a
rice
product.
chin chin.
Oh wow. See
Chin
you
chin made from
from rice flour. Chin chin from rice flour. My fellow bakers.
And this is rice cake from rice flour.
Let's open it.
Yeah.
So this is like it looks so yum. This is the cake
Like
from
if
rice.
I don't
from
tell
rice
people that it's
flour.
from rice flour, they won't believe.
Wow, this is really amazing. You know why I'm excited? I'm a food scientist, so food processing was one of my favorite courses in school. So when I see things like this, I know that it took a lot of experiment to arrive at a product this good that is not from wheat flour. Please tell me, how many trials and errors did you do?
I actually got this skill from a training.
Oh,
Organized
okay. So they had
by
already
Africa
tested.
Rice.
They have tested the recipes, because recipe development is not something easy.
Yeah, it's not.
Like I'm more of a recipe redefiner.
Oh.
So I have a few recipes that I developed from a base, like, but I'm more, because it takes you even recipe redefining, you spend a lot of money because you are testing this.
Yeah, and you
are
have to
testing
waste
that.
some of it.
But if you're not developing a recipe from scratch, that one is another ball game. Like the resources, but then what keeps you going is what you are aiming for at the end of it. So this is really nice. I can't wait to taste this. It looks really yum. Okay, and then this is the rice chips, cocktail beets. Can you imagine serving this at your parties for chops?
Yeah.
Like away from the regular small chops that people have, so you can have these items, unique products. And Lolade, I'm aware that you train people, so please just share with our audience, people who want to learn from you.
Okay.
Do you do online trainings, physical trainings?
Yeah.
Do you train organizations like churches, schools, and all of that? Let our people
Yes,
know.
I do that. I train people online and practical class. If you want to come over for your training
that's physical
yourself, that's
training.
physical training.
Alright.
So you can come around for the training. It's available. And online training. So I have those that have trained in Lagos, Abuja.
Wow.
I have different. I
Hey,
have customers from
you need to,
different
you're a
states.
big madam. We
that
are just
trained.
looking who come and collected.
Oh my God, I'm blushing.
You're a big madam. Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that is really commendable.
And even outside Nigeria, so I have some
Oh,
that have
wow.
trained online,
Wow.
yeah, and
Wow.
they are into the business.
Wow, and I can see that you are NAFDAC registered.
Yes.
Applaud, you say. I'm so happy to see this. Like Lolade, this is really commendable. Really commendable. See, it is NAFDAC registered though. You people no fear. So for something to pass through NAFDAC and get the pass mark, you should know that it's an amazing product, tested and trusted. So please share your social media handle, your phone number, so that people who are interested in the product and in the training can reach out to you for it.
Okay, so my WhatsApp number is 08069407300. Again, 08069407300. And my Instagram handle is loladex_confectionaries. My Facebook page, Loladex Confectionaries, and on Twitter it is I am Loladex. I am _Loladex.
Okay, on Twitter I am
Yes,
_Loladex. Okay, so people, for those who want to do trainings, if they get the information from this show,
from the
anything
show
for them.
Okay.
They just to encourage, especially young people now. Like there's long vacation, I think it has started, and then for students on ASU strike, please just maximize your time, please and please add value to yourself. So this is an opportunity to add value to yourself, to learn something that can generate income for you and that you can also use to better the society. You know, when you learn, you also teach others to fish. When you learn, you are taught to fish, and then you are empowered, you know, like that. So please make use of the opportunity. What do you have for us? Discounts?
Yeah, I would be giving out discounts if you tell me that you are
From My Cake Story Naija.
Yeah,
Have you heard? Have you heard? So if you are coming from My Cake Story Naija, when you reach out to her, just state it that you are coming from My Cake Story Naija to access the discount. Yeah, that's good. Thank you so much, Lolade. Thank you very much. And well done on doing something amazing. Cassava is our local product here in Nigeria, and that's why it's very interesting that they are doing this to cassava, like beyond wheat flour. We all know how much. Where's the cassava chicken? We all know how much wheat flour is now, like Congo of flour. Of course, you're a baker, so you know how much it costs to get flour. And so if we can, you know, diversify to other available, like there are people who specialize in baking with alternative flours other than wheat, because of people who are gluten sensitive. So this is a healthy option. Rice flour, cassava flour does not contain gluten, so it's a healthy option for people who have gluten intolerance. So you can add that to my fellow bakers. You can add that to your repertoire, your baking repertoire or baking arsenal. You know, like just tell it to your customers that okay, you don't want gluten, yes, I have something for you that can. So come and enroll for the training. No, thank you. Okay, so I have one more question for you. What has been your biggest challenge, you know, so far on this baking journey?
My biggest challenge
that you felt like, do I want to continue on this? Then maybe I should just want to get a job or something. Something that made you feel, you know, so.
Yeah, it happens. It's not just once.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe when I see that like there's no customer, or like there's no money, like maybe I just bought some equipment and I don't even have money at hand, or there's no one is coming. Yeah, no sales like that. I'm like, what do I? This is how I'll be living my life. Like I need to get something else to do. I need to get another job. But then God has been faithful. Always coming through.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So would you say that the experiences have shaped you to be like those experiences of, you know, no sales, you know, just your money is tied down in tools and ingredients and all of that, and you don't have loose cash and you're just dead? Would you say those experiences have shaped you, you know, to be more resilient, you know, to be more determined to press forward, or what?
Yeah, it has helped me to be more determined. Like it keeps me going, because you cannot have a smooth run every time. Yeah, you have to know that okay, I'll face challenges, but then I would also overcome it. It's everywhere. It's not just in baking industry. And when I see that okay, I have equipment. Can I back out now?
I've invested so much.
Yeah, I've invested. Yeah, that's it.
I can imagine time, resources,
yes,
everything.
Yes.
When others were even looking for jobs, like when when you were fresh out of school, that there's this age range that they put on when you're applying for
Yeah,
jobs, and then you're like,
25.
I've spent 4 years. Like when I had the opportunity, when my chances were higher, I invested, I put everything in this thing,
in
and
the
now
business, yeah.
yeah, okay, so
And that name, I don't want to lose that name, Lola
Okay.
Desk Confectionery. I don't want to stop like that. Just stop. No. I want to keep it going.
keep it going. I love that. And how do you do that? Like how do you ensure that you are on track, not losing sight of your vision for your business?
Yeah, I go for training when there's opportunities for it.
Okay.
I opt in for training, and I have few motivators that keep pushing even when you're down, because sometimes I don't think of it. We have few motivators that push me, and when I see bakers, when I see the industry, and I can see that I look up to people that are into the business like that, and I'm like, I can also get there. So
I love that point about having motivators. Like we all need them, and we also need to be them.
Yeah,
Like
to motivate yourself.
encouraging others. Now encouraging ourselves, that's a key one. But as we want people to encourage us, we also should be there for others, to be a voice of encouragement to them. And like it's very important, surrounding oneself with the right people, not people that will bring you down. Now the balance to that is people that will also be able to tell you the truth. Like, okay, yeah, this thing, like, as you keep, have you thought about doing it this way? Have you thought about doing the thank you for sharing that. That's very important. So my last question to you, if you could meet any top baker in Nigeria, like who would it be? Like if you could have lunch with a top baker, someone you look up to in the industry, who would it be? Just one person, because I know. Okay, list them. Feel free.
Know who I want to.
Feel free to list them.
Okay, can I? Okay. So there's.
There are different areas that we look up to people for.
Yeah.
Now there's some people you love their cake decorating.
Yeah.
There's some people you love how they host their classes. Do you understand? You're like, oh wow, I wish I could ask this person questions. That how are you able to organize your classes this way, like that? So let that help you. To pick.
So for baking, for the decoration and all that, I have Ola Make Cakes and more on Instagram.
Okay.
She's
Where
in Aloore.
She's in Aloore.
Yeah.
I hope Ola Make. You better do shout out.
Put
It out and say, hey, I would love to to have a one-on-one with you if it's possible.
Anytime I'm in Aloore,
please say it again. Say it again. So that we'll go and tag her. We'll go and tag her on
Ola
Instagram.
Make Cakes. Yeah,
That we'll go and tag her. Yeah.
Yes, Madam Delicious Cakes.
Oh, she's in Ibadan here.
Delicious Cakes.
Okay.
She's also in Lagos.
Okay. I know she's in Ibadan.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh, Delicious Cakes. Okay, we'll tag them.
So many bakers.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of people doing amazing things in the baking world. Like today, like before now, it was only Western cakes. Like when I started baking, like if you wanted to be really inspired, you were Western Oyinbo cakes. But now you see some cakes and you be like, wow,
from Nigeria.
this is beautiful, this is amazing. And I think one of the things that helped that is this technological advancement, like breaking the barrier, the world becoming more borderless, so people can take trainings, from online, and then people are also able to travel, to get more trainings and all of that, and then bring those trainings back here and empowering other bakers, because in fact people are doing amazing work in the baking industry today, and then people are bringing in their skills from their field of study. For example, so some people who are architects, you see it in their cakes. There are some guys in Lagos that they do all these carved cakes. They can carve a house. They can and it will be like a replica of the building
itself.
Yes, and there's this person, Snowflakes Artistry. He started the bust cake that would look like someone. He started it in Nigeria. Started teaching others as well. And then there are a lot of people who do all those kind of cakes now, and it's so beautiful to see the growth in the industry. It's been an amazing time with you, Lola Day. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show today and for sharing your story with us and for your wonderful products. These are the highlights for me. And I hope that people will make use of the opportunity to learn They have to take the classes, the trainings with you. And yes, you said something about your anniversary. Please quickly, because we're wrapping up now.
Yes, ma. So Lolade's confectionaries will be 5 this year. So in celebration of the 5th anniversary, I'll be going to 5 orphanage homes. I'll be going to 5 orphanage homes in Ibadan. Only in Ibadan. I'll be visiting them by September, first week in September.
Okay.
So I need support.
Okay.
I need clothing materials, foodstuffs,
Okay.
money,
Okay.
provisions. I need them.
Okay. So please, this is a way of giving back to society, because like I said on our last show, it's not enough to just make money from our businesses. We should also impact society positively, and that is what Lolade's confectionery will be doing in September, right? When in September? Or throughout all through September, first week September. Okay.
Yeah.
Visiting homes, to give back to the society. So please, whatever capacity you can join, face painting, music, all those things that whatever you can volunteer, resources, money, foodstuff, provision, cakes, anything that you feel that you can volunteer to support her, please do. Please reach out to her. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on today's show. We'll be wrapping up now, and we hope to see you next time. So we've been transmitting from GSM Studio, Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Agodi, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. And I remain your host, Tolu Adetunji. Thank you once again. See you next week. Bye.
Poverty day and it was not funny. For visiting day, nobody come for me. But I thank my papa, and I thank my mama. Them they walk and pray, on top say it no easy, brother. He been pay me gaga. Story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, God. Now my story, oh. Allow me to tell my story, God. Yeah. Glory, oh. Papa make you take the glory, God. Ẹ bá mi júbà fún bàbá lókè, ẹ twálé fún bàbá lókè.